You can see the Google Chrome web browser is opened. To access Google Web Developer Tools, you need to click on this button and then choose More Tools and select Developer Tools. Or you can use Ctrl+Shift+I shortcut keys to launch Google Chrome Developer Tools. Now, when I click on this, you can see a separate pane like this is open. You can increase the width of the pane. This is the developer console. It is located on the right side of the screen. If you want, you can place it at the bottom of the screen. You can click this button to dock this to the main window. So that will place Google Developer Tools at the bottom of the browser's screen. Now when you look at the screen here, you can see at the top of the screen we have the browser, and at the bottom we have a separate window that opens Chrome Developer Tools. Developer tools are organized into task-oriented groups in the toolbar. You can see on the toolbar here there are several toolbar buttons that organize the various task-oriented features of the developer tools. When you click on these buttons, it opens the specific task. For example, when I select the elements button, you can see the elements of the page. You can see how the web page is coded using HTML, CSS or JavaScript. And when you click on the console button, it opens the console. Later in this video, I will teach you how to use this console with JavaScript. When you click on the sources button, you can see here it opens this particular screen where it displays various source files that are linked to this page. If I click one of these, you should see the content of that file. I can expand these nodes and select on these sources to reveal the content of these source files. Now when you click on the elements button, you can see it opens elements panel. Now the elements panel shows the document object model of the page. You can see each lines and the HTML codes or any other related scripts. Like example, if I expand these node, I can see styles, and if I expand these node, I can see JavaScript. So the elements panel is very useful to identify HTML elements and the document's object model. And also you see when you click on these classes on the right side of the panel, it shows the relevant CSS styles. Now there is a div where the class ctr-p is applied. So when I click on this, it shows me the script or the content of the ctr-p CSS class. Likewise, you can use the Elements panel to inspect the web page content, its HTML source, and also its document object model. Now let's click on the console button to open the console panel. So I click on the console button here. It opens the console panel. In Google Chrome Developer Tools, console panel is used for two primary functions that help developers for testing their web pages and web applications. Now you can use the console to log information while you develop web pages or applications, and also you can use this console as a shell prompt. Now shell prompt is something like command line interface. In Microsoft Windows we use DOS prompt as a shell prompt, and in Linux we use the terminal. In macOS also we use terminal. So these are shell prompts. You can use various commands. You can enter various commands into this shell prompt and execute them. So these are the two main functions of the JavaScript console that we can find in Chrome Developer Tools. Finally, I'll show you a small demonstration how this console works and how we can use this console as a shell prompt. Now, still we haven't created any JavaScript code, so I cannot show you how this console logs information, but I can show you how this works as a shell prompt. So what I do, I enter some commands, very simple commands. I can enter basic JavaScript commands such as these, creating a variable called x and a variable called y. Now, important thing, these lines, you can see these lines are separated by semicolons, because in JavaScript a statement terminates at this semicolon. So when you press, make sure you press the shift enter to send these statements to next lines. But if you press the enter key, it'll execute the command. So make sure you don't press the enter key until you create the proper command. Now I press the shift enter few times, and I then assign some values to these two variables. The x I'll assign 10, and press shift enter again few times and assign 20 to y. Now at the end I can simply type a statement like this, x plus y and a semicolon. I can press x multiply y semicolon. Now when I press the enter key, you can see it gives me the result. Now the result I had here is from this particular command, which is x into y. If I type x plus y here and press enter, you can see I can get 30. If I type x minus y, I can get minus 10. So likewise, you can use the command console as a shell prompt, and also you can execute certain JavaScript commands, like example document.write open bracket. Now I need to send these x into y, and when I press the enter key, you can see the page changes and it shows 200 on the page. It deletes all the content because it rewrites the page content because of this document.write function. So this is how this JavaScript console works in Google Chrome Developer Tools. Now sometimes when you use this JavaScript console, you need to increase the font size of the code you type, because you can see even this is a tiny font. Sometimes it's hard for some other people to read this, so we will have to change the font size. Now you can use the same keyboard shortcuts to increase or decrease the font size of the console. If I press and hold the control key and then press the plus key, you can see I can increase. Actually it doesn't increase the font size, it increases the visibility, or it zooms the contents. And if you press and hold the control key and press the minus key, it will reduce, or it will reduce the size of the content of this command console panel. So if you press the control plus 0 key, it will come to the default size. So these are some handy keyboard shortcuts to increase or decrease or set the size to default size. So this is how we work with Google Chrome's developer tools. In the future lessons, we'll see how we can use this developer tools while we develop web page content and web applications. Thank you for watching.